Hi there, Dalton here to today explain a little bit of science. What today I'm going to be talking about is quantum physics, a science that not a lot of people know about, but it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. The basis of quantum physics, at least as I've seen, is that it somewhat proves that nothing exists. As you know from Rutherford's experiments of the gold foil, and when he was explaining how most of the mass of an atom is in the proton, which would be in the exact nucleus, the center, we found out that 99.9% of all atoms are empty space. Mathematically speaking, if everything is 99.9% empty space, and everything's made of atoms, so take my hand for example, it's made of billions of atoms. Each of those atoms is 99.9% empty space. Mathematically speaking, that would mean my hand is 99.9% empty space. But what does that mean? I'm here to explain. See, there are two theories that I know about, both called that. There's the anthropic principle. If any of you have heard about the anthropic principle before, it's the principle that states that something only exists if you believe it exists. So, for example, since I believe cats exist, cats exist. You may not believe cats exist, but the reality is you don't see cats because you don't believe in them. So, because I believe in cats, I see cats, and everyone else believes in cats because I believe in cats. While someone else who doesn't believe in cats believes that everyone else either doesn't believe in it or is crazy. The contingency theorem, which states something only appears or perceives to be as you perceive it to be. So, for example, my hand, once again, I perceive it to be a hand. You, as the viewer, may perceive it to be a orangutan, which, even though you hear me talking about, you're like, no, I see a hand, but that's my reality. Physics is the basic, this is the most basic things, is that each and every single particle has its own reality, meaning that all those atoms, the 99.9% empty space, all of this, all around me, every particle in the air has its own reality and its own existence, because each one is subjective and usually never actually meets. They never actually touch each other. So, theory is all that energy floating around is actually just different dimensions and realities. A little hard to grasp at first, of course, because I'm basically saying that nothing exists, but everything exists. And I probably look crazy. But anyways, that was Dalton G-Strang on quantum physics. Subscribe. I might do some more science things.